Field rain showers, maybe an occasional clap of thunder supposed to continue throughout here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
Ready? 59. Mike's 59. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Say. Watch the whip.
Play action. Now Jackson. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check. Lucky. Rotate. Step. Small. Mike 5'9". Time to go. Night.
Now Jackson on first down. And his throw is incomplete. DJ Chark the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. The open man is Shark. It's complete. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
A gain of 16 yards. Move those chains. That's good for another Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's go now.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They go play action now. Jackson. It's complete to Chris Conley. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
You got tight right there.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Mike is 59. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Watch twitch.
Fournette running out of the gun. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Throwing, Mariota. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota, and the Jags get to him as down he goes. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the 1st quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
3rd and long here for Mariota. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Josh Allen in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the 1st sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken at the 37. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that would help him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the traders take a look, we'll step aside. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Foles. Pass incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You got nothing.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 23. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking sideline, incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Play action. It's Jackson. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Titans. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
at the 34-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Mariota. And Walker with it over the middle. That throw good for only a couple and brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, Mariota. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Josh Allen in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They go play action with Jackson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Ready. Mike is 59. Mike is 51. Next box. Right.
To throw is Jackson. Off the play fake. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 39-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And able to find Conley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota over the middle, complete. It's Walker. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The Titans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Mariota, and that's knocked away and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jackson looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He sets to fire deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mariota. And a little floater there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Mariota. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Ja'Kai Polite brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And the pressure gets to him again. Ja'Kai Polite in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Here's Brett Kern now. He's been terrific so far. Taken in at the 22. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.